Cheers, KUGAN CASSIUS for IFLTV. We're at the Parker Wardley press conference here in London ahead of their showdown on the 25th of October. I'm joined by, haven't seen you for a while, Mr. David Higgins. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. Great to be back in the UK. The weather's great. We've got a main event at O2 Arena, so that's fantastic. We're looking forward to it.
Magic, good to see you again. Big fight.
Yeah, massive fight. Can't wait. It's it's going to be a blockbuster. It's going to be a sold-out O2, and it's going to be entertaining from the first bell.
Let's talk about kind of a little bit of context around this fight when it was announced. The risk factor for Joseph Parker, which I think we can see is kind of possibly on paper greater than the risk factor for FABIO Wardley, just because of where Joseph is sitting currently with the WBO. So why take a risk against somebody like FABIO Wardley when you could just sit it out and wait to see how this Usyk situation plays out?
Yeah, I think that hurts boxing, people trying to sit things out too much. And, we don't have a crystal ball and people overthink. Our strategy with Joseph Parker from the beginning is take the next best available fight and win it, and then take the next best available fight and then win that. And, we don't know what Usyk's going to do. We don't know what the sanction bodies are going to do, the injuries, the promoters, anything can happen. And if Joseph did not take this fight, we could be a March next year and he hasn't had a fight for a year and a half. And so why not take the fight? If you back yourself to win and the money's good, you take the fight. And I think there's too many heavyweights in the modern era that are sitting on their hands trying to create the perfect record and all of that, and fights like this are good for the sport, and that's credit to Wardley as well for putting it on the line. Joe on paper is probably the favourite, and that brings more pressure. He's now got to deliver. To your point, he's putting it all on the line.
Interesting quote from you in that press conference. If people haven't seen, do you want to repeat it?
Which one was he talking about?
The prop one.
Which one? The prop one? Yeah. Like I said, they've brought Spencer in, and obviously they've brought Uncle Frank in, and to get to the top. So don't need to repeat myself. I was loud and clear. And we're here. The fight is October the 25th at the O2. It's a massive fight, and I think the one thing that both teams have in common is they're extremely confident in their guy. And I think that he can turn his lights out at any given moment. So it's going to be an amazing fight. Yes, on paper, you can probably say that Joseph Parker is the favourite. We're already, as a team, 1-0 up, as I said before. I'm excited, and I think FABIO is going to do a demolition job, honestly.
Can FABIO Wardley outbox Joseph Parker?
I think FABIO can set up his shots to be effective and win each round. I don't think it needs to be as simple as outboxing him. I think FABIO can do what needs to be done to win. I don't believe that Parker's a major superior boxer to FABIO Wardley if he gets it right.
Just a counter to that, David?
The prop thing took me by surprise. I was like, who is this guy? And to be honest, I didn't know who he was. But we're on a 2-fight contract with Queensbury, and we've had various agents and advisors involved over the years, and things are going pretty good at the moment. Spencer's been a great conduit into various promotional opportunities. And on the FABIO thing, I think Parker's got nearly every edge on FABIO in boxing in the ring, I reckon. And you might say, some might say power, but Parker's getting more powerful each fight lately. Like you saw him knock out Bacoli in round 2 with a clean shot.
The Bacoli that had 2 days' notice. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, there is a point to that obviously Bacoli was brought in as a...
Who were the last 3 FABIO opponents?
Listen, let's be real here, yeah? He lost to AJ.
He lost 10 years ago.
It doesn't matter. He lost to AJ. He lost to Dillian White.
He didn't lose. He got headbutted.
When you go on board, he got jabbed to death for the fight, and he got dropped twice, I believe, and he lost to Joe Joyce. Who has FABIO lost to?
It'll be Joe Parker, October 25.
Who has he lost to? So he hasn't. FABIO hasn't been beaten, and like I said, and I'll say it again, when the going gets tough and it's a bad day, FABIO still finds a way to win. And we've seen it time and time again.
Hey, there's some truth to what he's saying, but I think you have to look at who the guys have fought. Like, with respect, Joseph Parker's fought Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua, Derek Chisora twice, beaten Chisora twice, Joe Joyce, beat Andy Ruiz to win the world title, beat Bacoli, beat Zhang, beat Wilder. So, you know, there's no comparison between the quality opponents that Joseph's fought.
Hence why, on paper, he is the one to win.
Do you believe that there is a clear-cut blueprint how to beat Fabio Wardley, even though he hasn't lost yet, even though that Justice Uni fight, we saw what happened?
No, I don't know enough about boxing to answer a question like that. I'm no expert. I'm a promoter, manager. I organise events. The technicalities of boxing to beat Fabio is not a question for me. There'll be Andy Lee, our trainer, that needs to answer that.
Is there a blueprint to beat Joseph Parker? No, that was 10 years ago, so it doesn't count.
I think any heavyweight on their night with the perfect punch can knock out another heavyweight, otherwise they shouldn't be in there. So Fabio can knock Joe out, Joseph can knock Fabio out, and you know, Fabio's definitely shown that he can land knockout punches. That might put a lot of people off, but Joseph got in the ring with Wilder and no one gave him a chance. They were just waiting for him to be knocked out, weren't you? Just be honest. You were all going, wonder which round. Wilder's going to tee
That's
off.
another one.
Like
Deontay Wilder was going on retreats, becoming a monk. You know, this is not the same destructive...
But back then, you were all
Wilder.
watching, just waiting, like watching Chris Scale in a cricket match. When's he going to hit a six? You were like, when's Parker going to hit the floor? And then it sort of shocked everyone. Then we got fed Zhilei Zhang, and then everyone goes, okay, you get found out this time. He's got no hope of beating Zhang. And it was...
Yeah, you lost that one.
Well, no, we didn't. We won nearly every round. And then even Bacoli, even after those two, Bacoli, some people thought Bacoli would do a number on him. So, you know, we've been in that underdog position as Fabio is here. But it's just been gratifying to see Joseph actually delivering on his promise and potential. It's taken a while. Like back then when he fought Joshua and White, he wasn't at his best. Like he was still learning the trade, hadn't grown into his body, wasn't conditioned as well, finding his feet. But now I think you've got a composed, mature...
You said something different then.
Athlete.
So, you know, before the fights, you were selling us a different story. And I actually bought into it. You know, I thought Parker was going to do it. You sold it well, those fights.
To be fair, he should have done a number on Joshua, and Ruiz came and did what Parker should have done, and that was there to be done. Yeah. And I was hoping that Parker would be the one first to do it, but Andy Ruiz was the first to do it.
Just a quick couple of things before I let you guys go. Great insight into kind of how this fight possibly could play out on the 25th. We've seen Dillian drop Joseph. We've seen Zhang drop Parker. Do you think if Fabio hits and drops Joseph Parker, he stays down?
I think Joseph Parker has got a great heart, and we've seen it time and time again that he will get up. And I think one of the challenges for Fabio is to nail him to the ground. But we also know that Fabio is a destructive finisher. So I think at this stage in his career, if Fabio applies the pressure, I don't think that he'll be able to keep rising up. And listen, you mentioned Dillian Whyte. Listen, Dillian Whyte shown the will and wants to come back in December. If he gets through that, then there's an opportunity for Parker to fight Dillian and avenge that loss after he loses to Fabio.
There's definitely unfinished business with Dillian Whyte, so hopefully he does come back. Look, the beautiful thing about an approach like Fabio is it's going to create opportunities both ways. So it's going to be a very entertaining war of a fight for the fans, because Fabio is going to bring it looking for a knockout, and that creates openings for Joseph as well. And Joseph has shown that he'll go toe-to-toe. He actually went toe-to-toe with Dillian Whyte, put him down at the end. So I think all in all, it's going to be quite a good matchup, and credit to Fabio for stepping up, Queensbury for putting it on. And I'm backing Parker, and I think he'll win by stoppage.
And now we have this relationship. It's going to be so easy to make that Dillian Whyte and Parker fight. So, you know, it's a win-win for
Dillian Whyte's
us.
well known for how easy he is to do business with, isn't he?
It's there.
Last one. The winner will go on to fight Alexander Usyk. question marks over Usyk is buying time. The dance video, the look into whether his injury, etc., etc. It's not my opinion, that's just what's being talked about. In your opinion, is Usyk just buying time? Does he deserve that right to kind of, with what he's done in these last 6-7 fights, does he deserve it if that's the case?
Well, I think he's one of the pound-for-pound greatest boxers ever, and beating Joshua, coming up from cruiserweight, beating Joshua twice, Fury twice, he's earned a rest, and Dubois, he's earned a rest. But the way the sanction bodies and systems set up, they don't give you that rest time. So, you know, I have massive respect for Usyk. I'm lost for words on what he's thinking, though. Like, it's one of those times where you've got an inkling, does he want to continue? Does he want to stay unified champion? I actually have no idea. And during that time they were meant to negotiate with us, there was radio silence. There wasn't even a hint of them discussing a fight with Parker. So is he going to retire? Well, if he's going to retire, would he have retired by now? Is he going to fight someone for the money? Like, no, do the public want to see him fight a guy he's already beaten twice? So the honourable thing for me is to keep the titles unified, because no one's done it lately, to keep them unified for a period of time. So I think Usyk's honourable, and he might well say, I'm going to defend all 4 belts. And if that does happen, that means the winner of this fight, Wardley or Parker, is fighting for the undisputed heavyweight world title next. So I hope that happens.
Yeah, you know, again, Usyk is one of our greats, and I think the rules are the rules, and they're there for a reason. So I like to take out the sort of subjectivity and just, you know, if it's deemed that he has to fight, then he should fight. Anything else is just, like you said, opinions. So, you know, hopefully after this fight, we'll be in a better position of knowing when he's ready, and hopefully the rules will dictate when that fight's happened. But we'll be ready to go once this fight is over.
Okay, David, Magic, much appreciate your time. I thought you was going to start grabbing each other up, etc. Just for a bit of clickbait, you know.
No, good.
Could you come in here a sec? We're going to do a clickbait. Watch this. Could you just hold these two apart? Just like this. No, it's funny. And can you two both look aggressive like you look at each other?
that?
You can't be smiling doing this.
No, I can't do it. I'm not a fighter.
I can't take him seriously.
Well, I'm not a fighter. Look, you've got your shot, though. You've got
Got the shot. We'll make the most of what we can. All love, all love. Listen, we look forward to a great night. 25th of October. This is going to sell out, without a doubt. Yeah. All or nothing. Let's see. All right.